Along with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. And what an honor for us tonight to bring to you the greatest Laker perhaps of all time, Kobe Bryant.
After the mistakes that hold down NBA 2K18, NBA 2K19 takes a step forward to redeem the franchise. But in what ways? Let's get into it. NBA 2K19 tries to redeem itself in three major positions. The first is in my player, and the story that your character goes through, starting with with the character's name is AI. He is a arrogant, cocky character. He goes through to the draft, and nobody drafts him. After that, he goes into China to play in the Chinese league. He gets traded to the D League and has to learn to be humble. He tries to learn from his mistakes by the players, the veterans, and the team helping him out, and a reporter that he falls in love with. And overall, it's a good story before you hit the NBA. I would recommend for everyone to play instead of skipping it, because you do have the option to skip it if you don't want to play that. But I do recommend that. The second would be the BC. This time around, they don't hold you hostage, I'm gonna say. Your character and my player, your character will earn a little bit more BC. Everything is not expensive as it was last year, which makes it easier for your character, your player, to level up and try to hit the max, which is 85. After that, obviously, if you have been playing the games, you're gonna rank up your badges to reach the max. Depending on your player, it could be between 95 to 98, 99. My neighborhood turns into my park, and the changes are for the better. You don't have that big open space to maneuver. Obviously, that affected the servers, and the changes that they made, taking it back a little bit to 2K, similar to 2K17, are for the best. My experiences with my park are a little bit mixed. If you have played NBA online with random players, either people are not gonna pass the ball, get people that don't pass the ball. Obviously, it's gonna be a frustrating experience, and you're probably gonna end up losing, which is not a good thing. And once in a while, you do find players that play as a team, and that's when the experience that my park brings is at its best. Gameplay is still one of the best in the business. Obviously, it's just this game and NBA Live. The mechanics are great. The new mechanic this time around is called Takeover, and if you play well without mistakes, your takeover meter builds up. After it builds up, you get activated, and depending on your character, depending on what you chose, what architecture you chose for your character, you could activate it and take over, pretty much, meaning the takeover name. If you're a scorer, it's gonna be a lot easier to score. If you're a defender, you're gonna be a solid defender. People are not gonna be as easy to go past you, or you're gonna be able to block more. If you're a rebounder, you're gonna rebound pretty much everything. It lasts around 30 seconds to a minute, depends on if there's timeouts or not. It's a good extra mechanic to maneuver and to get used to. The presentation is great, but it needs updates. They have added a couple animations, but if you have been playing the game for a couple of years, you're gonna notice after a couple games that it just feels repetitive, and it just needs to change overall. My team is plagued with a lot of grind, just like any other EA games, whatever it is in FIFA and Madden. You gotta either grind a lot to obtain the packs, or you're gonna, in this case, in 2K19, you're gonna have to pay to make it easier to obtain the packs, meaning in microtransactions. That's the plays that microtransactions are still a big part of. And if you want to build your team with the packs, it's gonna be hard if you don't buy the packs, especially if people that got the $100 edition already have a big plus on you and they get an extra 10 to 15 packs. My league and my league online just have minimal changes, and honestly it's not enough to justify the changes. My league online still is plagued with the same problems that it has had since, in my opinion, the best My League Online, which was called My Franchise Online, since it was 2013. That was the best it had. The servers were great, and they need to get back to that. Obviously, it's taking back from My Park and other key features that they have, but I would like to see them build up a little bit more on the My League Online, because a lot of people would like to play with their friends, with their teams, changing them up like a franchise, obviously running like a franchise. The only thing I don't like about this is that you can't change your GM, how it looks. So you get a generic GM, and usually it's a young looking player, but that's a minor thing in the whole thing. Overall, 2K19 does take a step forward. It redeems itself by lowering the standard for BC and my career, and it's beneficial obviously for the player to enjoy the game and not be as frustrated as people were before. And the story, it's a big step up in my opinion against 2K18. Frustrating, you're not able to skip cutscenes. This time you are. And obviously the presentation, gameplay are still fantastic. There's nothing else more to say. If you're wanting to pick it up, I recommend it. If you enjoyed this review by myself or one of the guys and PS Best Friends, give us a like, subscribe, and let us know if you enjoy the review.